Hello world, welcome to my world. All right, I'm gonna do a series of videos. I'm gonna keep them as short as possible. I need to get practice being in front of the camera. So if you're watching this, these are some of the very first videos that I'm making here on my channel, and it's a practice. It's an exercise for me. All right, and while I'm making the video, I'm going to take notes so that the later videos will correspond, and they will at least have some cohesiveness between them as far as the topics go. All right, so welcome to my channel. My name is Larry Alfred Wiggs II. All right, and I'll do a flash here so you can see my name, Larry Alfred Wiggs II. Okay, enough of that. This is my work, 109, and this is what has motivated me to present or to start making these videos. This book, excuse me, it's actually a poem, but it's housed in this book. All right. So my name is Larry Wiggs. I'm originally from Los Angeles, California, and I've been traveling the world for the last 12 years, okay? And I've seen 30 some odd countries. Let's see if I can name those countries for you. The first country I traveled to was Korea, and that's South Korea, not North Korea, all right? Even now, we as Americans, we have no access to North Korea, thanks to Trump. After Korea, I traveled back to America because that's my home, but then I also traveled to Japan. I believe that was the second country I traveled to. Japan and Korea are so close to each other that it was inevitable that I had to go. But, I was a very late bloomer. So when I began traveling, I was 27 years old, and I had never left the United States until I was 27. So I was a late bloomer, and even when I did travel to Korea for the first time, I still was wary about the possibility of, landing in a country that was, again, foreign, that I'm a foreigner to. So getting outside my comfort zone has always been something quite difficult for me, all right? Excuse me. All right, but it was Korea, and finally it was Japan after 2 years, after living in Korea for 2 years. All right, so after Japan, let's see. So I went to Korea 2007, I went to Japan in 2009, and then I went to Taiwan to visit a friend in 2012. So although I was living in Korea, for 5 years, I hadn't traveled during that time span. And that's a very pathetic, record, because I know people who, after several months of living or traveling abroad or living in Korea, traveled to a number of countries. And in their first year of living abroad, living in Korea, they traveled to, 7 or 8 countries, or all throughout Southeast Asia. So this, it's pretty pathetic in comparison, but comparing oneself to anyone else is not a very wise or not very good. So, all right, let's continue. I'll give this video 1 more minute and see how many countries I can get through in that time. Korea, Japan, Taiwan in 2012. And then my life changed in 2015 because I traveled to, again, back home to the US, back to Korea. I traveled to Japan, but new countries included China, the Philippines, and Peru. I traveled to South America for the first time, to Peru in 2015. So taken together, there were, 5 countries? No, there were 2 other countries, because en route to Peru from the United States, I stopped in Panama. And then when leaving Peru, en route back to Korea where I lived, I stopped in Canada. All right, so I traveled to 7 countries in the year 2015. All right, so I'm gonna end this video now, and so far I was able to tell you about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The U.S. include the U.S. That's 8. That's 9 countries. So the U.S., Korea, Japan, Taiwan, China, Philippines, Peru, Panama, and Canada. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9 countries by the year 2015. Okay, so that was a monumental year for me of travel, 2015, because I finally got out of my comfort zone. I'm Larry Wiggs. Thank you for watching my video. This is the first video. This is an exercise, and I will pick up from where I leave off here on the next video. I hope you tune in. All right. Peace.